Hey guys, this is Rachel, and this is about take 3 or 4 of this vlog because I was filming it last night and then this terrible thunderstorm came up and my camera battery kept dying, so we're hoping to make it work this time. And I just grabbed my umbrella to walk from my front porch over here to film this vlog, and something gummy was on the handle, and then I looked down and a tree frog had just jumped off because apparently I had given a little squeeze to a tree frog. Weird. Okay, so the wedding went really well. The flowers were all done by 10 a.m. on Friday because I had a team of boss girls working with me, and it was fantastic, and they looked great. And there weren't as many decisions to make regarding the actual arranging of the flowers as I had anticipated because they were all white flowers, so there's no discussion of which colors look better together or is there enough of a certain color in the bouquet. So that was all great. The wedding was beautiful. Yeah, they're married, so it was a successful wedding. A couple groomsmen almost fainted. Some of my cousins' brothers, well I guess they're my cousins too, but some of them, pardon me while my umbrella flies across the porch. Anyway, yeah, so it was great, and you know, weddings are a time where you get to dress up and you get to see people you haven't seen in forever and possibly meet new people, and so, you know, it's a very social time at a wedding, especially if you're involved in the wedding because you've got like 1,000,001 relatives that you're not related to, but everyone else seems to know really well, and so you're bound to talk with strangers. So I'm an extrovert, but it's not always comfortable for me to make that initial, you know, breakthrough from I don't know you and you don't know me to hey, we're talking. So, you know, I just thought I'd give a couple tips of things that have helped me because as I discussed this wedding with several friends and blog followers, they were talking about being shy or not liking to talk to strangers or whatever. So the first thing is it can be really simple. You can go up and say, hey, my name is Rachel, what's your name? That's a really easy way to break into a conversation. Make sure that you have eye contact. You know, my eyes go all over the place, as you can see from this video. I'm like up here and over there and over here and over there and up down there. But when I meet somebody, I really do try to focus in because, you know, if it's like this, it looks like I want to get away or I think you want to get away, and it's very uncomfortable. So smile, a real smile, not like this, are you done yet? A real smile. Make sure I don't have lipstick on my teeth. But no, smile, a real smile, make eye contact, and ask their name, and then use their name, because you'll remember it better if you use it. And hopefully, I mean, you get those weird situations where they say their name, and you're like, what? And they say it again, and you still can't hear it, so you're just like, oh, that's nice, and you're like, I will never ever speak to that person ever in my life again. So, you know, I get that too. But another way to break into a conversation initially, if it's just like a social mingling time, is just to come up to the edge of a group and stand there and listen and smile and laugh and participate if the moment is right, you know, to say something or make a joke or whatever, and pretty soon you'll be in the group without actually having had to be introduced, and so then it's perfectly natural to be like, hey, by the way, I'm Rachel, or they'll say, hey, by the way, I'm Steve, or whatever, you know, I don't know, Steve is a weird name, not to insult any Steves out there in the world. But yeah, one other thing is just to ask questions, because, you know, asking specific questions is really great. General questions are good, but small talk, we all know it means nothing, truthfully. It's just like this pattern of things we do to move on to actual conversation. So, you know, rather than saying, how are you? Which some people don't know how to answer that, you know, they're like, I don't know. My grandmother has cancer and I'm thinking about making a job switch and my career is up in the air. You know, that's weird at a wedding or party. So instead you could be like, how do you know the bride, or how do you know the groom, or where are you from? Because people, even if they don't like talking about themselves, they at least know the answer. And most people enjoy talking about themselves, which is why I can vlog and monologue, because I get excited and I know myself really well, so I can just talk and talk. But yeah, people will be like, oh, I'm from Alabama. Oh, which part of Alabama? I'm from Mobile. And you're like, oh, I've heard of that place. Yeah. And so asking questions can also help you find common ground between you and this other person. And yeah, I guess my thing with that is just, my main tip would just be to be friendly and smile and be the one to make that move. Don't wait for someone to come up to you, because they might not, and then you could miss out on a really cool chance to have a really neat friend. So yeah, that's as far as the wedding goes. In other news, I am going to tell you, most of you have seen this henna on Instagram or whatever, but henna is really fun because I would be the worst candidate ever for a real tattoo, because I'm tired of designs like 3 days after I put them on, and you know, you wouldn't want it to be one of those things where it's stuck there forever and you're sick to death of it, like a piece of jewelry you could never take off. Besides the fact that I don't like tattoos in general. So henna is a great choice because it comes in a foil tube about this long. It's like a cone shape. You snip off the end and you draw it on. It's like this very interesting smelling mud. Draw it on, let it dry for about 40 minutes, and then scratch it off. And it'll be this pale orange color, and then by the morning it darkens to a real handsome auburn. And it'll last for about a week if you're not scrubbing it off and stuff. So it's perfect, and you can buy it on Amazon. My sister had someone order it for her, and it came in a big box of like 12 tubes, and it's lasted forever, and she's giving it away for birthdays, and graduations, and care packages. It's a really fun thing to do on a girl's sleepover night, or like, you know, if you're just sitting there with 40 minutes to spare. I had to field questions about what this whale tail meant. Bird. Because, yeah, I was getting my nails done yesterday. See? There's something on that nail. But I was getting them done yesterday. I've only ever gotten one other manicure in my life, which was for my brother's wedding a year and a half ago. So I told myself, if you can wait till Matthew and Amy's wedding, you get a manicure. And then I realized when I was doing the flowers, maybe it would mess it up. So I just waited till after. So I was doing that yesterday, and the guy doing my nails was like, oh, I see you have henna. And I'm like, yeah, I do. And he's like, I'm sure it has some meaning for you, some significance. And I was like, about that? No, it doesn't. So I kind of briefly explained the situation to him. But yeah, henna is really, really fun. And it's perfect to send in packages, which brings me to my next moment of the fact that snail mail is still very relevant. I know people complain about high postage rates. I know I complain about high postage rates. I sent a letter recently. They detained it for 6 months. Okay, that's an exaggeration. 6 weeks in Richmond before sending it back, saying I didn't have enough postage. Wow, the post office. But there is nothing compared to the satisfaction and delight it brings someone to open up their mailbox and find something specifically for them that was given to them, thought through, sent to them. And it's not that expensive to include such things in your budget, even if it's just a note or a small gift or something like that. And my sister is the best at formulating the perfect surprise care package or birthday package or whatever. So I'm going to be having her on the blog coming up soon. But yesterday I received a package from my best friend's mother. She is so generous, and she'll randomly send me packages of very wonderful things. So she sent me this little purse. Isn't it adorable? And inside it was Marc Jacobs lipstick from Harrods in the shade of Charlotte, which was designed by him in honor of Princess Charlotte. It's a very chic tube. I'm wearing the lipstick right now. It's a deep shade of rose, almost red, and it goes on like a dream, and I was so thrilled, and it was really special and so sweet because she'd sent it. She bought one for me, and I don't know if she bought one for Katie, but probably in honor of Princess Charlotte's first birthday, which is Monday. So that was really, really sweet, and it re-inspired me to challenge myself to send out more mail to people. Like, it's fun to do it for occasions that aren't even observable, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a holiday or a birthday or some great milestone. Just sending a package that says I love you and I'm thinking about you is great fun. So probably the most important thing I'm going to leave you with, as far as that's concerned, is you need to have people's physical addresses. You need to have their mailing addresses so you're not like, hey, psst, what's your address? So you can send them a package. Like if you have it on hand in something very revolutionary called an address book, then, you know, it'll be great. And you'll be able to send those things and you won't have to scrape up an address or find, you know, like random little ways to scrape up their address from someone else. And yeah, so I keep an address book, I update it frequently, and I like to scrimp and save addresses. Like if somebody sends me a wedding invitation, I'm like, ooh, return address, and I scribble it in my address book. But that's made it really easy to send people things. So yeah, I will be doing either a video or a post coming up with my sister on what comprises the ideal package to send to someone. But you know, it's just another way of being thoughtful. You pay attention to what people like, you pay attention to their interests or colors they wear frequently or things they've talked about, and you just store that information away and then bring it out sometime when you want to specifically bless them. So yeah, I've covered henna, the wedding, I've covered surprise packages, and the only thing left to cover is how much I am happy that you guys bear with me through these videos. Love you guys. And if you have any ideas of videos you'd like to see in the future, topics you want me to cover or address, like coffee, that would be fun, then leave them in a comment below and I will do my best to try to cover those. But anyway, it's very early in the morning, just barely 7:30. I haven't had any coffee yet or any breakfast yet, and I'm headed to work and a sleepover. So I hope this is not the world's most awful and disjointed vlog ever. Thank you for your patience. I hope the rain dripping off the roof has not ruined this video. And may there never be frogs on your umbrella handles. Farewell, darlings.